Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to Dragon Quest VIII. When we last left off, we did some treasure hunting. I had some audio issues that I figured out. The audio issues that I was running into are YouTube's fault. Apparently, when the audio in your let's see, I want to zoom to Irkutsk. The audio when you're in your video is spiky. Like if there's like one bit that's like just really loud, it normalizes the whole thing. So like instead of just making that one bit not as loud, the whole video gets its volume reduced. And what was going on was the music that I was using, which is the flying music from this game, has this one bit where there's a drum that is really loud. And it was causing YouTube to normalize my video. So I put the same video up without the music, and it was fine. So alright, first on our stop list here is we're going to go to Impichu in Irkutsk. I want to pick up a flame shield and an ice shield, as well as go and lie to Marta's son so that he'll give me an item. Alright, so we want to buy the flame shield. Yes. Angelo. Yes. Nope. Now, I want to give Angelo the flame and ice shields because they are useful in certain niches, but when they're useful, they're very useful. What they do is they Irkutsk. What they do is there's a spell in the game called Insulatl. What it does is it reduces damage from fire and ice attacks by 50%. Now, in the game, fire and ice is a different element than frizz, sizz, bang, and crack. Fire and ice is anytime someone spews a breath at you, basically. The flaming breath or the ice or the cold breath reduces that damage by 50%. Okay. So what the flame shield and the ice shield do is they give you a half Insulatl. So if you use the ice shield, you get an Insulatl that only works against ice attacks. But it's a little better than that. In addition to, blocking that element, it also works against spells. So the ice shield actually works against crack spells, reduces their damage by 50%, and the flame shield reduces damage from frizz and sizz. I don't think it does bang. I'd have to double check, but so that's really, really good. Let's see. I need to sell. Yes. I think that might be enough. 100 gold shy. Okay. I'll just sell this rose wart. So, in practice, the shields actually end up being better than the Insulatl spell. In certain situations. No. Alright. So now that we've done that, let's go and lie to Marta's son. We need to go this way, and this way. Oh, you guys, my neck is killing me. So, if you come and visit Merrick, and tell him that you have defeated the black dog that killed his mother, he gets really happy, and he gives you some nook grass. The nook grass is used, I think, to make the most powerful flaming cheese, but it is also used in maybe one or two other... Actually, I think it's only used in 2 recipes. The the cheese, and what I'm about to make, which is the crimson robe. Magic water. Yes. And what this crimson robe will do for us is it will allow us to complete the Dodgy Dave side quest, and we'll get the final item from Dodgy Dave. Not that the final item is any good, but it's there. Okay. Next on my agenda, we're going to go and visit with Medea, because if you recall, at the end of the last major session I did, I stayed at an inn, and, well, we had a scene, so that means it's time to go speak with her. Mystical Spring. There we go. And then we have one more mini medal to get on the world map. It is probably the most difficult mini medal to get in the entire game, because it is completely invisible, and the only indication that it's there is an offhand remark that a bird likes to bury shiny things.
You know, it feels like ages since we last came here.
Couple hours.
I want you to know how much I appreciate your hard work trying to lift the curse. How are you feeling? You must be exhausted.
I'm okay.
I want you to know that, well, I would understand if you decided to give up.
Why would I do that? We're almost at the end of the game.
Why do I say that? Well, my father told me something the other day. He said that you have your own life to lead, that it wouldn't be right for us to drag you along with us for the rest of your life. You've done so much for us already. I promise I would never think badly of you if you decided to leave and go your own way.
Medea is such a sweet girl, isn't she? So, now that we've done that, next thing on the agenda is that mini medal I was telling you about. Okay, let me see. There we go. That's what I want right there. And once we get this mini medal, we will go back to the story. Alright, so we need to go... east. Kind of this way. So we've already been to the plateau where this mini medal is, but I was in a hurry and missed it, basically. The main reason being is that this mini medal is actually listed much further down on the list than the one I got earlier that was in the pot. So you want to look for this red tree here, and it's this plateau right here. Alright. So we want to use Padfoot so I don't get into too many random battles on this godforsaken rock. But if you come up this way, there's a bridge. Yeah, no. Forget that. Anyway, there's a bridge. You cross the bridge. There's two friendly monsters. You can see them down there. And like I said, the only hint that this mini medal is here is if you talk to this wasp, they tell you that, well, the Elysian birds bury shiny things in the sand. No. And the Elysian bird talks about a human that used to live here. So that's pretty neat. So, to find this, you want to line up with this tree right here. And it's right here-ish. You want to use your D-pad to kind of walk around. But it's over here somewhere. I want to be kind of like right here. There it is. So this is the general area you find that mini medal. Like I said, the most difficult mini medal to find in the game. And if you come back here, you'll find a prophecy. My name is Aegeus. There was once a time when people would call me the child of the goddess. But I have come to realize I am a mere human child, weak and delicate like any other. After the Lord of Darkness was sealed away, I sacrificed my life that others might live. Here I record my final prophecy. I pray that it will be seen by the eyes of the righteous. As I gaze into the future, I foresee a period of darkness, a time that is shrouded in mist. A time when the Lord of Darkness, Rapthorn, may once again terrorize the world. But we should not lose heart, for our bloodlines will still live on. When that time comes, there will be a living heir for each of us. And then he goes on to say where the heirs are. He talks about the heir of Golding, the heir that was in Fairberry, the heir of Daniel? What's his name? Daniel? The heir that was killed by evil Sir Leopold. And then we have Alistair. And then we have Marta. And then we have well, we actually haven't heard who this is, but this is the Lord High Priest. And then we have the Abbot. As such, it is imperative that our lives are protected, lest the Lord of Darkness ever return to extinguish the light of this world. It is the only way. I pray to the goddess that our children will abide by these words. Well, he's only got one heir left. So now, we actually want to go see one more optional scene. I think this scene is optional. I could be mistaken. This scene might play regardless, but I think there's the Tower of Alexandria. Fairbury. Okay, this way. I think that this scene I'm about to see does not play if you start chasing Leopold. Yes. Ooh, almost didn't get that. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lord High Priest's residence. Luckily, no random encounters. I have to cough, so I'm going to mute my microphone for a second. That was the sound of the game. I apologize. Okay. I've had this junk in my chest for, like, what seems like a year. I feel like a smoker, and I don't even smoke. There's good old Marcello.
Someone's coming. We must hide.
You wanted to see me, Your Holiness?
So, once again, Marcello kind of a dick.
This place is far removed from the secular world.
I understand. I will see that the Templars take charge of Your Holiness's security.
But rumors know no bounds, Marcello. I hear your name among the whisperings. There are disturbing allegations surrounding you. And I fear they may be more than mere rumors.
One of the things I kind of like about this game is Marcello's story. Like, Marcello does not... I guess he kind of does, because this game is a lot darker than you would think it was.
It is sad that the talented should always be the victims of envy, Your Holiness. Surely you don't believe these...
But, especially at first glance, this game's a lot darker. But, like, Marcello would be, like, at home in Game of Thrones.
Abbot Francisco was very dear to me. My one true friend. We were very close.
And I guess, you know, like, Marcello's little background story here where, you know, he starts off, he's the leader of the Templar at Mayella Abbey. And then he becomes abbot of Mayella Abbey after the abbot's death. And then he becomes, he just, you know, gradually, you see these scenes where he's, you know, risen in power, you know.
I'm employing you as master of my guard for a very good reason. For Francisco.
And, like, you just kind of, you can always tell that there's something that's not above board with Marcello.
When you were abandoned by your parents, he raised you in the abbey as if you were his own son. The least I can do for him is to keep a close eye on you, to stop you straying any further from the fold. Marcello, you are intelligent and competent. You have clearly demonstrated that in your command of the Templars. Can you not satisfy yourself with that? If you persist with your current duplicity, I will have no choice but to discipline you. But I am not so unjust as to think it's only you. The church is riddled with corruption and bribery. I suppose I am largely to blame for being too lenient. Now, let that be the end of this discussion.
Is it just me, or does the Lord High Priest's beard look like it's, like, I don't know, like, not actually attached to his face?
Underneath this leaping ambition, you have a good soul. There is still time for you to mend your ways.
Thank you, Your Holiness. May the goddess be with you always.
Ah, Francisco, my old friend. I should have known the book of his conscience would be closed to me. Guide his straying soul, lest he lose it.
Look at the hero back there just creepering. So, like I said, I'm not 100% sure, because I almost always come here first and raid this place. There's a couple of mini medals here. But I'm not sure if that scene actually plays if you wait until when the story actually directs you to come here.